Well, hello again, everyone. My name is Andy Wilson, and I'm the Executive Director of Doing Business in Bentonville. Thank you so much for joining our podcast today. Oh, wow, my guest is back. Kim Souza, welcome back.
Thank you.
It is so good to see you.
Same to you.
Yeah, thank you. Kim and I are great friends. Her husband, Chip, we're friends. In fact, we actually do some cycling together, so that works out great. Kim Souza is a senior analyst, talk business and politics, and Northwest Arkansas Business Journal. So, Kim, I always enjoy reading your articles, your writing. You always do a great job, really, with the content and explain it so well. So thank you for what you do in the media.
That.
Good. All right. Well, we have a lot to talk about today.
Indeed.
And we got to get into this because it's going to be very exciting. Let me tell you, you're going to love this podcast today because all the things that we're going to get into very, very deep around Walmart, right?
Walmart.
And so much is going on. I mean, we're going to talk open call that just happened recently. Kim's going to get in some detail about that, and she's going to really broaden your knowledge and thinking and information around the open call aspect. We're going to talk about the education and mentorship that takes place behind the scene. We're going to get into the marketplace, the Walmart marketplace. We're going to get into that. Of course, we talk Walmart. We may even talk Amazon a bit today. And so yeah, why not? Let's do it. But Kim, we want to just jump into this because you have written about it, and you'll be able to not only read our articles again, they'll be on our website and along with this podcast. So, Kim, you've had a very busy several weeks.
Drinking from a fire hydrant.
So, yeah, well, good. Well, we're going to get some of that fire hose out today and share with our people. So let's just jump into it.
Okay.
Where you want to start?
Well, let's start with Open Call. It was the 10th year for that. It was held here in Bentonville on the 24th and 25th of October. Walmart did it a little different this year. They did it over 2 days, which was really much better. Trying to cram it all in one day was just too much.
Right.
But over 700 potential suppliers, some of them already suppliers to Walmart, made the trip to Bentonville. Number of vendors also set up across the street from home office, and it was at home office this year. And Walmart put together a great day one. The governor was here.
All right.
She welcomed everyone. Governors from around the country welcomed via video. We had Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs was a guest there. The Rock, Daryl Johnson, did a video presentation. Even he has product in Walmart.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Tequila.
Okay.
But anyway, it was a great day. What I thought was really interesting was Walmart had a number of suppliers back that had gotten into their stores, got yeses at last year's open call. And they had them back this year to mentor and talk about their experience.
Wow.
And this was great for people who really didn't know what to expect. I caught up with some of those suppliers. They had great stories to tell, and I'm going to share a couple of those with you.
Please do. Yeah.
Beyond Green is based in San Antonio, Texas, and they came to Open Call last year, and they had their dad, Mr. Patel, had a plastics business, and he was ready to retire, and he didn't know what he wanted to do with his plastics business. He made single-use plastic items, and the boys, being more sustainably minded, said, we don't want to do that. We want to make something that's recyclable or something that's compostable. And so they heard about the open call. They said, we can make shopping bags that are biodegradable. We can make doggy waste bags that are biodegradable. They took that to Walmart. Walmart said, like the concept, we don't need those items. However, we do need a supplier who will make biodegradable plastic cutlery for the Great Value brand. Would you be interested in that? the boy said, well, our shop, we would have to retool it to make that. But yeah, they said we didn't leave with a golden ticket, but we left with a golden opportunity.
Oh, wow.
And so they went home and they retooled their plant. Dad helped them with investment. And in 4 months, they were making great value, compostable plastic cutlery that was on the shelf at Walmart. And that was a great story of how they came in with an idea, but were open-minded and were able to fill a niche that Walmart had, and Walmart helped them push that through. They were back as mentors this year.
Wonderful.
That was one story they shared. Tafiq Shaw from West Des Moines, Iowa, was also a mentor. He actually got some product on Walmart's shelf last year. Some of his mom's Lola's Fine Sauces. Carmelita Lola Shaw is a doctor. She's from the Philippines. She settled in central Iowa and wanted to serve the farm community there. Over the years, a lot of times she treated everyone, whether they could pay or not. Well, they paid in produce sometimes. She would take the produce and make these sauces with Filipino influences. That's how she just enjoyed that time in the kitchen. Well, her son, Tafiq, was a broker, worked in finance, and he was moving his mom one day, and he ran across a box of the sauces that she had made that she gave away for Christmas to family and friends. And he said, can I take these and try these? And he did, and he loved them, sold them at farmers markets, pitched it to Walmart last year, got it in 365 stores.
Wow.
And he said, that's all we could handle. But then they expanded it. We got in, what was 365, and then I believe they got in 400 or 500 stores. This year he was back pitching another product, and he was told that his sauces that got in last year were going to 1,000 stores, and his new product is going to be in 500 stores.
That's awesome.
So that's an example of how Walmart started with a company, let him start small regionally, and then grew the stores as his capability improved. He works with a co-packer, and as he was able to build that out and get his finances in order, he was able to serve more stores. Walmart does that. Andy, that they have the store of the community that they've had for years, where they would merchandise a store with products from that region. They're really using that again with Open Call. Potential suppliers come from all over the country, and we had some visit from Hawaii and this year, and they own a sugarcane farm on the Big Island. They have a pineapple rum that they make right there on the farm, and Walmart loved it, and Walmart said, we want it. We know you can't serve a lot of stores, but we're going to give you stores in Hawaii. We're going to give you stores in California and some stores up and down the West Seaboard. So that's an example of where Walmart wants a product. They're not in any other stores, so it's an exclusive product for Walmart. And Walmart's letting them start small and will grow that business as they can afford to do so. I saw lots of examples of that. Roger Ginlisberger was there as a mentor this year. He also had a setup at the vendor mall, and he got his toothpaste grind in select stores last year. He is a veteran-owned business, and let me tell you what Walmart's done for his business as a startup. He was a veteran of 20 years. He got out of the military. He didn't know what he wanted to do. He suffered with PTSD. His wife, I think, told him he had bad breath or something crazy like that. And he said that we went looking for toothpaste and I couldn't find what I wanted. And I said, let's just see if we can make a toothpaste. Craziness. So anyway, they live in Salt Lake City. They found a co-packer and some chemist in the Salt Lake City area, and they came up with a toothpaste that's unlike any other on the market. It doesn't have fluoride, but it has products that mimic fluoride. He's very small. He's only in 100 stores. He was told that was going to grow to 300, 500. I think maybe now he's going to be at 500 now that he can fulfill those stores. But he's still packing that in his garage. That's how small he is.
Wow.
He's been sent to Dallas to speak on behalf of Walmart and veterans on Walmart's dime and show his brand. Walmart sent him to Washington, D.C. to speak to Congress on U.S. manufacturing on Walmart's dime. Walmart had him back this year to speak about his experience. To me, that is such a great example of how Walmart wants a brand that no one else has and wants to hold their hand. He would tell you it has not been easy, but it has been so worth it.
Wow.
And his brand Grind is about the message of never giving up, but grinding through it. And he said the first thing people use in the morning is toothpaste, and the last thing they use at night is toothpaste. And if they can see the word grind, maybe that will be the encouragement they need to get through whatever they're going through. So that's the kind of inspirational brands that Walmart's looking for.
Kim, I have to stop here for a moment. And first of all, thank you for getting underneath and get the stories. I mean, you always do that so well. But let's think from a big picture here. 700 potential sellers show up. 60 got the golden ticket.
Yes, they did.
People that care so much that got the golden tickets in the past come back to coach, teach, mentor, educate.
Yes.
Okay. Now you're telling the stories. When I started at Walmart, we had 120 stores, and I was fortunate to grow up there and spend. And when I became an officer of the company, I got to spend quite a bit of time with Sam Walton, travel with him. But prior to that, even when I was assistant store manager trainee, went to meetings, got to see Sam. What you're describing is Sam Walton's entrepreneurship. The leaders at Walmart today are leading like Sam Walton would lead, if not better. And I say that because
of the technology,
and all the information that they have today. And so I will tell you, to all of our leaders out there, think about what Kim has just said. And as you lead, you pass down all of this leadership, all of this knowledge, all this entrepreneurship, and the attitude of trying it and fix it. That was Sam. And what you just described is exactly what Sam Walton would want today from Walmart. He would want that.
Well, and I would tell you, Roger with Grind told me that it took him 3 tries to get a yes at Walmart.
But he didn't stop.
It's a
great story.
And he said, I will tell you, anything that's worthwhile is worth, putting your heart into. And I think Walmart saw that in him and has really tried to nurture his brand. And I just applaud them because they don't have to do that.
That's right.
They don't have to do that. And they are really trying to help brands.
Yeah.
That being said, a lot of people weren't given yeses.
Right.
That doesn't mean it was a waste of time.
Right.
I did catch up with one gentleman from Doctor in the Kitchen there in Boston, and he was here. They were excited to pitch a gluten-free, keto-friendly cracker made from flaxseed, and the product is called Flackers. And he pitched to the cracker snack buyer, but the buyer told him, this product really doesn't fit for mine, but it would go really well on our gluten-free shelf. So I'm going to set you up with that buyer, and you have a really good shot to get into stores. So he didn't get a deal that day, but he got a connection. He made a connection, and he's working out that deal right now with this gluten-free buyer.
I love it.
So he said it was worth so much of my time just to come and learn and be inspired, So.
Well, I think this is so exciting, and it's great that what took place. Again, I think it's phenomenal. Again, around what Walmart is doing. Now, let's continue to expand this focus with Walmart. Also, in one of your articles, I read that Walmart's commitment to
U.S. manufacturing.
To USA manufacturing and goods that are made or assembled in the United States. Talk about that, because I know you all got into that. Share that with us.
I've been covering that for about a decade. They made the announcement more than a decade ago that they were going to source $250 billion extra in goods over a 10-year period, and they were going to work with states, governments, big companies, other stakeholders to try to bring back manufacturing jobs to this country that so many of them left. And they said there's dignity in work and in manufacturing and want to bring that back to the United States. And it has not been easy.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that's when you say it's not easy, Walmart says we don't care, we're going to do it anyway.
Right.
I mean, they take that as a challenge. They made some great progress early on. They brought in some more textile work from from offshore. I think Dina Baker has been here speaking to you about that.
Right.
They have brought that back. They've worked with suppliers to expand lines. They worked with Kent Bicycles out. They're out of New Jersey, but most of their production is out of China. They worked with Arnold Kamler, who's the owner of Kent Bicycles, who makes bicycles for Walmart, to bring some of that manufacturing home. So 10 years ago, he invested $10 million into a plant in Manning, South Carolina, and started assembling bikes. And since then, he's reinvested more. Now they paint the bikes. Now they make the rims for the bikes. He's added 150 jobs to that plant in South Dakota. He's told me, I spoke to him just a few weeks ago. He said it's not easy to bring back manufacturing when all your component parts, most of them still come from China.
Right.
He said, we were able to source the aluminum from the United States, and so we can make the aluminum rims, and now we source the powder here and we paint the bikes here. It's a little baby steps.
Right.
But we're doing more of it here. He'll sell 2 million bicycles this year to Walmart.
Wow.
Only a fraction of those will be made or assembled in South Carolina. He said, if I could get my competitors to bring their business back, I would do more here. I like doing business here.
Right.
Walmart's working on that.
Right.
They make the Ozark trail bikes for the mountain bikes for Walmart's brand. So
yeah, I've seen those bikes recently at an event I was at, and they're great looking bikes.
They are.
I mean,
They're
really
closer to a lower end of a bike shop bike.
They are.
And that's an upgrade for Walmart bikes.
Right.
I mean, Walmart was a place where you got your first bicycle.
Right.
But they have really come a long way in the quality of their bikes. And that's an example of Walmart working with and continuing to work with and nurture those relationships.
Right.
Walmart said we had a lot of low-hanging fruit early. We got those plastics jobs back and whatnot. But these true manufacturing jobs that require tons of component parts take time. They've brought back some apparel. They've brought back patio manufacturing. They've brought back towels. They've brought back some bicycles. So there's a whole lot of things they've done. Harry Moser of Reshoring Initiative is a third-party independent person who looks at this data, and he really applauds Walmart for their efforts.
Right.
He says he figures there's at least 150 cases of instances, businesses where Walmart has intervened, helped to bring jobs back, true manufacturing jobs back to the United States.
Well,
that's impressive.
Such great reporting on that, and I know we can step back just a moment because, like you said, you've been covering this for over a decade,
right?
And in depth. And I remember this. I remember the meeting, 1985, when Sam Walton took his yellow pad out and he shared with the officer group, and before we took it to the Saturday morning meeting and shared it with the group, the Broadway, he shared his idea about Made in USA. I think it was 1985.
It was mid-'80s.
Right. So, and I remember the meeting, and when he started talking about it, and he flipping pages on that yellow pad and talking about it, and I think that ended up in the museum somewhere. But the point was, 1985, Sam Seen had the vision we needed to bring jobs to America, back to America.
Right.
Okay, so that is the culture of Walmart. It's Sam seen it, and now again, I applaud the leaders today, as now that they're talking $350 billion.
Now it's $350 billion in 2030.
To 2030, and all the help and all the guidance and the stories that you're telling, so exciting. And that Walmart is leading this initiative. And I would just encourage, the people listening, viewing today, I encourage them to get on board with this. And other companies are doing it, which is awesome. But we need these jobs here. And I think in your article, you even mentioned about how many jobs, over 300,000 jobs, this is impacting in the U.S.
Right. Walmart Reshoring Initiative estimates that Walmart's initiative supports over 300,000 manufacturing jobs and about 1 million jobs in total.
Okay.
In total. Okay. Not manufacturing, but all jobs.
That's awesome.
Logistics and suppliers and whatnot.
So good.
It's not small potatoes.
No. Yeah, that's right.
It's not.
Yeah.
And it takes time to do this.
Yes.
Moser has told me that it's going to take more time, but, tariffs and other global issues, global political issues are happening all over the world. And he said, we really do need to get our manufacturing back at home.
Right.
And he's trying, and a lot of people are trying, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
In another 10 years, we'll see where we are. But Walmart says they're not going to quit. So
right. They won't. Okay, so we talked open call, and again, there'll be a lot more detail in our articles about that, which is the 10th anniversary, correct?
Yes.
And you've been covering this for
all 10
years, right?
Virtual year.
All right. So open call. You heard Kim talk about that. A lot of great information. Now we just talked about Made in USA. What Kim talked about, 1985 was a vision. Started Sam Walton's vision of that, and again, Walmart's continuing to carry that through. Now, also, let's talk about Walmart Marketplace. Okay, share with us your learnings around that.
Well, at the open call, they did have a session on Marketplace. They did encourage people who did not get a deal to really seek out Marketplace. That's another opportunity for people to sell their goods. And Walmart has really changed the way they think about online retailing from, say, 10 years ago, 7 years ago. They had the idea that they would acquire specialty retailers and they would build their online inventory through acquisition. That leader, Mark Lorry, left the company. Walmart said, we don't need to do that anymore. At that point, they decided they would really blow out their marketplace. Mm-hmm. Marketplaces were made famous by eBay years ago, and then Amazon got involved. Right. Walmart has always, most of the time, owned the inventory they sold on Walmart.com. Mm-hmm. Marketplace gives them an opportunity to sell anything and not own it, right. Not have to worry about owning it. And that's the beauty of Marketplace. They actually hired Manish Janja from Amazon. He'd worked at Amazon and eBay both, and he leads up their Marketplace initiative today. They held that Marketplace Summit back in, I think, August out in Las Vegas to try to bring more attention to their marketplace. It's making money for Walmart, okay? It's a money-making venture. Who doesn't want to make money? They really are using it to get more products on their website, and also more varied products.
Mm-hmm.
You have on Walmart's marketplace, you can buy Michael Kors purses. You can buy Eddie Bauer apparel.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy name brands of things. You can buy Dyson vacuum cleaner. You can buy things that you could never find in a Walmart store. It doesn't make sense for Walmart to own those brands and sell them in store. It does make lots of sense for them to have stores online that people can go to.
Mm-hmm.
And you see New Balance, you see Tom's, like I said, Dyson.
Mm-hmm.
You see these brands, Coach. You see these brands that are designer in some cases, setting up shop, Gap, setting up shop on Walmart's marketplace.
Right.
Walmart has that ability to give them a storefront. Walmart will sell them fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great deal. If you can find a designer purse that you want on Walmart's marketplace and they can get it to you in 2 days fulfilled by Walmart, wow, what small boutique doesn't want that option?
Right.
You have Fulfillment by Walmart, which is an add-on service, a very reasonably priced add-on service, which is a game changer for marketplace sellers. You have advertising you can sell them. Walmart does that through Walmart Connect. You have data, logistics, data analytics. You can sell them through Walmart Luminate.
Right.
So marketplace has been a money-making venture, revenue-producing venture for Walmart, but it's also a vast opportunity for small businesses to get their products on a storefront online and get that help with fulfillment and get their products in front of millions of eyeballs every week. So it's a win-win. And at the end of the day, the consumer wins.
Exactly.
Because we can find what we want and get it to us quickly. Everybody I know, every analyst I know is applauding Walmart's efforts in marketplace. They have now surpassed eBay, and they're second to only Amazon in terms of the size of their marketplace. Latrice Watkins, who's chief merchandising officer, said, Walmart has always had big stores, but you ain't seen nothing yet because our stores are going to be endless online. And that's so true. And everybody's closest store is the one in their pocket, per Tom Ward at Walmart. So, I see, Andy, there could be a time when we can already buy furniture from a furniture dealer in Nevada. Has a storefront. I was looking last night. There's a furniture dealer in Nevada who has a store, and they actually have a storefront on Marketplace. They sell high-quality leather furniture. You can get that from your phone.
Okay. To bring this discussion, just think about this. Okay, we haven't even talked about brick and mortar yet.
No,
I mean we haven't. But think about the opportunity of thousands of sellers, hundreds coming to open call, then thousands of sellers that are on the marketplace. I think your number
there, you're right,
is 100. I think your number was like 150,000 or something sellers that are on marketplace. Something on marketplace. Now, not only with marketplace as you have laid out, there's support and help for these sellers to be successful.
Yes, the fulfillment option. Just a while back, Walmart announced fulfillment for large items, furniture. Patio furniture. They'll ship it and deliver it for you. That's a game changer.
It is.
That allows that store in Nevada to sell furniture on Walmart.com.
So there's fulfillment help.
Yep.
And that's critical.
It is, because
that's critical. Getting your
the
product
largest expense.
And as we know too, I've had guests in that talk about these micro warehouses that are popping up around the country. In fact, there's one local that there's a podcast about is at Loloff, and you can go back and look at the podcast. And the gentleman talks about his vision of having over 500 of those in the U.S. and then some outside the U.S. Those are available even when you outgrow your garage. You can move into have an office and warehouse in these micro facilities. Then now Walmart's going to help you with fulfillment. Walmart's helping you with advertising and promoting, as you mentioned. I mean, there's all this support around the sellers, and the consumer is we win here.
Right. I actually talked with John Allen, who runs Woodridge Retail Group in Rogers, and he was very explicit in what he said. He said Walmart's fulfillment. I don't represent clients to Marketplace unless they take the fulfillment option, because it changes their business.
Right.
I don't care what you're selling. If you the table stakes today, if you're ordering online, is 2 days. If you can't get it to me in 2 days, whether it's widgets or a mixed stove, I want it in 2 days.
Right.
And he said when Walmart offered that to Marketplace, it was a game changer.
Right.
And I represent Marketplace sellers who have done so well since they got on Marketplace and started fulfillment.
Right.
Now Walmart wants it on Walmart.com, and now they want it in stores.
Right. Absolutely.
So it can also be a stepping stone to stores.
Right.
When you can show that you've done well online, they'll take you first party. That means you're in distribution centers, and they you get a purchase order from them, and they sell it on your behalf, or they'll put it in stores.
Yeah.
And he says there's instances of that. I've actually interviewed people that's happened for. So, I interviewed a young guy out of Chicago. He's Blake's seed-based snacks. He got on Marketplace, Walmart Marketplace. Sales grew. Walmart wanted it online. Sales grew. Now he's in 700 stores.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? I love it. Again, it goes back to the entrepreneur spirit and the opportunity. Never give up. Don't stop. I think even one of the individuals you wrote about was Mike Rao. He talked about even how he was there, I think, as a guest at Walmart Open Call. And
a lot of them were guests.
And he talked about he didn't pay close enough attention to his product. And
Mike Rowe.
Yeah, right, Mike Rowe, right. Mike Rowe, he didn't pay close enough attention.
And he got bounced right off.
And he got bounced off. Even though he's a star, he got bounced off. It's all about sales, by the way. Okay, it's all about sales and profit. So, but anyway, but that was a great story that you wrote about and great learning.
And they would tell you getting on the shelf is just it's really the easy part.
Yeah.
Staying on the shelf is just as much work or harder work, because there's always somebody trying to push you off and get your spot.
Yeah.
Walmart will work with you. Everybody I have talked to over my 10 plus years of covering Walmart has told me the buyers are such a rich source for me, because they know my buyer, my merchant knows the category. They are such a wealth of information for me.
Right.
And I would tell you, if you get an opportunity to come to Bentonville to anything that is free, like Open Call, you should come.
Yes.
Because the knowledge for how to run your business, how to start your business, how to grow your business is there.
Right.
And so much of those sessions were all free. They were open for people to come and listen and learn. And even if you weren't ready to sell to Walmart today, you could come and listen and learn and maybe be ready to get on Marketplace in a few months. And then on .com maybe, and then maybe in a few stores, and then maybe all stores.
Okay. Great topics. You did a great job writing about it. You did a great job talking about it this morning. Now let's as we wrap though, I think we need to go back and we need to, of course, all of this is under this phenomenal omnichannel umbrella, if you will. And that is our focus here at Doing Business in Bentonville is omnichannel. So, but let's summarize two major retailers, Walmart, Amazon, because we're both very familiar with both. We're familiar with both. So I know you wrote about that. So as we close, talk to us about that. Your thoughts around Walmart and Amazon.
Well, they're different. Walmart is Walmart and Amazon is Amazon. They have similarities, but they're very different animals. Walmart is at its best when it stays Walmart and not try to be somebody else.
Right.
Amazon has proven it can't be somebody else. Walmart is in the marketplace space, just like Amazon is in the store space. Walmart is number 2 in marketplace. Amazon is way behind Walmart in number of stores. But I would tell you, they don't think the same. Walmart at its base was a brick and mortar turned omni. Amazon has always been omni, now trying to be brick and mortar. And very different operations. Walmart will, with their marketplace, they're a little more choosy than Amazon. They do more vetting. They give more help and they give more things away for free.
Right.
They do charge for things, but they give more help for free. Amazon is a load it yourself, do it yourself. This is what it costs. Right. And if you want something else, pay and get advertising.
Right.
A very turnkey system.
Yeah.
Very different. Not to say that they're not both successful.
Right.
They are.
They are, right.
And there's enough room in omni retail for them both to grow.
Right.
And you will see Walmart's marketplace growing and you will see Amazon losing some ground because Walmart is taking up some of that over time.
Right.
That's not to say Walmart's going to ever put Amazon out of business or vice versa.
Right, absolutely.
They are better because they are competitors.
Right, that's a good word.
And I don't have to tell you, Sam Walton loved competition.
Oh, yeah.
And said it makes everybody better.
Right.
And I would tell you, Amazon has made Walmart has done more for Walmart's omni-channel thought process than anything else. They see what's happening, they've seen what's happening, and they say, we have to be digital, we have to think digital, we have to automate, we have to get it to you in 2 days.
Right.
Hey, by the way, we have 4,700 stores we can use to get the stuff to people faster.
Right.
I mean, Walmart is now thinking like an omni-channel retailer.
Right.
It took some time, but they are there.
They are there.
And they are leading that charge.
Good.
And they're better because Amazon. They're better because of Amazon. And I think that's going to continue.
Yeah. I agree with you. Great observations. Kim, your conversation with you is always excellent. You bring great content to the topic of omnichannel and retail. And our mission here at Doing Business in Bentonville is to demystify this omnichannel experience. You helped with that today. You brought great information to us. I think today that our listeners and viewers learned a lot around this omnichannel experience, the open call standpoint, the focus Walmart's doing in the USA, the marketplace focus that Walmart has taken place. It's exciting, the changes, the innovation that's happening into retail. And as a consumer, we're loving it. we're loving it because not only do we get that product in 2 days, we like it this afternoon if possible, or tomorrow. But
and a drone may bring it.
That's right, our drone may. But the exciting thing about it as a consumer is that we now have all these opportunities, and now retailing is changing, and it's phenomenal the change that's taking place around the world that's going to continue to get better and improve. And I would tell our guests today, check out our podcast, because our podcast, we bring subject matter experts in to talk about Omnichannel, and then we bring subject matter experts in like you, Kim, that really get down and get the stories. And thank you so much. I love the stories today that you've told, because stories is how we learn. Stories are things that we remember, and they inspire us and motivate us.
Absolutely.
And you've done that with us today. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always great. Okay, now, I know you're attending a major tech conference and you broke away from that, so thank you. But Kim, I really want you to come back. I know this is a major tech conference that's taking place in Northwest Arkansas.
Also 10th anniversary.
And I don't know
what happened that year.
What happened 10 years ago, right? But Kim, I really want you to come back, and I want you to talk about the tech conference that's taking place here in Northwest Arkansas. I know you'll be writing extensively about it, but I want you to come back, share that with us, and we'll get that on really soon, because I know, again, it's retail, it's technology, it's omnichannel, and AI. All the things that we're reading about is changing. You'll be reporting on that. So will you come back and do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Any closing comments?
Walmart gets a bad rap sometimes. They can make us mad if we have to stand in line too long, or I don't know. They get some bad raps. People want to protest, and certainly they're not perfect. But I will say this. For me to sit in Bentonville and see a $500 billion company take time to talk to farm boys from Farmersville, California, about their ugly fruit, and then want it in stores. I just thought that's what retail is about. That is what Sam Walton did. He looked for great products, and everybody has a story, and nobody is better at telling them than Walmart. Yeah. So look for the ugly fruit, look for the Grun toothpaste. Look to support those brands who get into Walmart, because they started with the biggest. They started with Walmart, and I applaud Walmart for giving those small companies a chance. Well, no one writes a story and tells a story as good as you two. So I want to give you that. And I've known you for a long time, and I respect you for what you do. And thank you for doing that. I always thank you for coming back to doing business in Bentonville. I look forward to our next visit soon, just as I look forward to our time together today. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you listening and watching. You can watch us and listen on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and of course our website, Doing Business in Bentonville. It's dbbnwa.com. Check us out. Subscribe for our weekly newsletter, and continue watching us and sharing that. We really appreciate that so much. Kim, again, thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.